Taco Tuesday. Today we're gonna go with an oldie but goodie. This is dedicated to my tia, my auntie Chata. I'm gonna really try to make the tacos like she makes them because my auntie Chata literally makes the best tacos on earth. So we're gonna go with ground beef and potato. Okay, we're gonna do this a little bit different because we're gonna pull out the bean masher so we can make sure everything's good. So first what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our pan nice and hot, and we're gonna cook down some onions. I don't think my Auntie Chata puts onions in hers, but I want to put onions in mine. It's just the texture of hers that make everything better. She like mashes the potatoes in there, and it comes out so bomb that I can't even explain to you the flavor that my auntie gives these tacos. So every time I go down to Hurley, New Mexico to go see my family, my auntie makes me tacos because that's my favorite thing. Alright, so we're going to sweat these down. As soon as we're done with that, we're going to add our ground beef. As our ground beef's going, we're going to throw in our potatoes. So right now, every time you're cooking, start seasoning as you're going to so that you know how far you're going to go with the seasoning, because you want to start building the flavors. You don't want to just hit it at the end with all the salt and all the garlic and all that stuff right away. You want to season as you go. So my auntie, I know she just puts salt, pepper, and I'm pretty sure that's all she puts in there. But I'm going to throw some garlic and onion. I'm just going to build on that flavor that she makes.
Special guest in the house.
And there comes my Taco Tuesday Kenny. Say hi, Kenny.
What's up, Kenny?
Taco taster.
Yep, he's my official taco taster. He always gets here as soon as we start these videos. I think he's...
It's Taco Tuesday, Burke!
Peace out.
Now that we got the onions, we're sweating them down and cooking them down, we're going to add a little bit of garlic. Okay? And a little bit. It's a lot to me because I love garlic. So we're going to add a little bit of garlic. You could already smell everything.
That smells amazing.
You could already smell everything. The garlic and the onion, honestly, that's the way you should start every meal. Because it just makes the best flavor that you could possibly imagine. So we're going to let it go down for a little while more. And as this is going, so we're sweating, over here, what we're going to do is we're going to start our chile piquin. Okay? I'm going to kind of show you guys a little bit of everything. And this is the way my mom does it. My mom tends to always burn them, and she ends up knocking all of us out of the house. Because the whole house just gets so full of the chiles when you start burning them. So you want to do it, you're going to toast them just a little bit.
Yeah, here we go.
You just start smelling it. It'll clear anybody's sinuses. Guaranteed. So we're going to toast it just a little bit. Like I said, my mom throws everybody out of the house. Inside here, I have tomato sauce, which you put the same amount of water as you do tomato sauce. And that's the way my auntie taught me how to do it. Okay, I'm going to throw a little bit of garlic in there. See, you can already hear them. You can already smell them. Start browning. Start browning. They're starting to get into your nasal cavity. That means turn it off. Okay? Because you don't want to toast them too much, because otherwise you're just going to get a burnt flavor. And you want a charred flavor, but you don't want a burnt flavor. And there's a big difference. You can start seeing the smoke come off them. So all the aromatics, they're going. We're almost there. When we give it about another 30 seconds, what we're going to do is we're going to add it to our blender, our tomato sauce, and our water, garlic, and salt. Yep, there it is. Whew.
So equal parts tomato sauce, equal parts water.
Yep, equal parts. Alright, so we're going to get this going. Close your ears. Just going to let it bend down. Alright, so if you check it out, we'll close this out. First, you can smell it. You can smell the roasting of that garlic and the onions, and it smells so good. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to add this hamburger meat. We're going to add it first. It's going to kind of cool the pan down, so that's good so that we don't overcook our garlic and our onions. And it's going to add all that bomb flavor right into your meat. You hear the sizzle, all that fat's going. And I don't like to use lean meat for my own fluffy reasons that I got.
What's the
I like the
percentage?
fat context in there. I like the fat. I like extra fat. You could always drain it out. You could always drain it, and that's what we're gonna do ahorita. But
So
I
you
like
use
that.
it 80-20?
Yeah. I think about 80-20, I think. But it's all certified Angus beef. Make it with anything though. I mean, if you were gonna do turkey, you could do it with turkey. Just try to add a little bit more fat in it if you can, just so your tacos are dry. You can do it with ground chicken, ground pork. You can do all the same thing. It just kind of depends on what kind of meat you want. This is traditional for New Mexico to be ground beef and potatoes. Sometimes my mom puts corn in it. And when she puts the corn in it, it kind of blows everything out of the water because it tastes sweet and savory and everything all at the same time. So having come from a long line of some bomb ass taco makers, going down from my grandma to my mom to my tias. But this is my Aunt Chichata, so let's see what's happening. So we're gonna let that cook down. Can you use the spoon? We're gonna check our chile piquin and to see where we're at on this. All right, what do I tell you all the time about your sauces, about your meats and everything? You need to taste it, taste it, and taste it until you can't taste it anymore. Honestly, I think we're about on point with that. Maybe a little bit more salt. Other than that, this chile piquin has a good spice. It's acidy with all the tomatoes. I think we got it. Alright. Our chile piquin's ready. So now we're just waiting on the meat. Our meat is still browning, but we're gonna start seasoning. So I use all same old oldie but goodies. We're gonna use salt, and we're gonna use pepper, but I'm also gonna put in, of course, my secret ingredient, cumin. Just because I want to have a little extra flavor. Just a little bit, not too much, because I'm not trying to go too far off. Yeah, but I might have. I might have. I just want them to be as good as yours. So I'm going to put a little bit of cumin. I'm going to put a little bit of red chili powder. Again, we're just building and building and building flavors. We're going to do a little bit more pepper, because it's just always good. To the other side, because that one sucked. We're gonna add a little onion powder too, just for a little bit of extra. Okay. Oh, let's not forget my other secret ingredient. This is menudo mix. So yes, menudo mix. So it's crushed red chili, it's oregano, it's dried onions, dried garlic, and I get it from Stevens down in Hurley, New Mexico. If I'm not able to get down there, my cousin sent it to me, because literally we season almost everything with it. Just with the oregano and the chile flakes, just kind of makes everything come together for every single thing, whether it be, again, chicken, beef, pork. It makes everything come together. It's another one of our secret ingredients over here, bocadillos.
Not a secret anymore.
But you gotta go all the way to Hurley, New Mexico to go get it. So if you're traveling down and you're gonna go to Stevens, please bring me some back up. It'll help me out. Right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drain the meat. We're gonna drain most of that oil out of there, just because it's a lot. And you don't want to have your tacos too oily. But we're gonna add potatoes here in a second. That's why it's okay if you have like a little bit, because you want that potatoes to soak up all that oil. You know, look at that. That's a lot of oil. That's a lot of fat, and we don't need to have it in here. Okay. So your meat's all brown and all beautiful, and it smells freaking amazing. We're gonna add our potatoes. Okay. We're gonna add our potatoes. I don't want to go too crazy because what we're gonna do is we're gonna mash them in. So
That's about a 1/4 inch dice.
that's about an inch. But we're gonna mash them, so it really doesn't matter. When you mash them, it's gonna get, the texture is gonna get almost like a mashed potato inside your taco. And that's when my tia does it, and I don't know. She tells me it's just so simple, and I just, for some reason, for my whole entire life, I haven't been able to make them like her. And that's a goal. That's a goal I have. Alright. What I'm gonna do, handy dandy bean masher, is I'm gonna start mashing these potatoes right into the meat. That way, it's gonna soak up all that bomb flavor. And the potatoes are just gonna give it such a, almost like a creamy, it's real soft texture in your taco.
And a baked potato texture.
Almost. But still, I mean, you know it's a potato. We're gonna let that cook for a little while and see where it goes. But what I'm gonna do is, with this little bit of oil I have left, I'm gonna add a little bit back to it. That way, it doesn't dry out. So put that aside. We'll mix it all in, and we're just gonna let it cook for another 15-20 minutes, just so it can absorb all that. And in between, we're gonna keep mashing.
It smells so good.
We're gonna keep mashing. Here, Andrew, mash for me.
Okay.
Mash the shit out of those potatoes. Mash. Like that, so you don't burn yourself.
Got it, boss.
When we do that, I'll go get the corn tortilla ready.
Smash.
All of these potatoes, so they're like really, really, really combined. Oh my god, I wish you could smell this because it smells so good.
Smell-o-vision.
So Auntie, check it out. Sal, get close so my auntie can see it. And let's see if that's kind of like her meat. I don't think I smashed my potatoes in quite as far. She has the magic touch. But those are our ground beef. So I'm gonna go get the tortillas right now. Let that go because it's gonna kind of crisp up on the bottom, and then we'll build us some tacos.
Go ahead.
All right, I got some bomb corn tortillas here. We warmed them up on the gaman. So they're a little bit crispy. These are actually really thick ones. I bought them down fresh at the Rancho Pro on Atrisco and Central. So they make fresh corn tortillas there. They come out bomb. I wish I had time to make my own, but I don't. So I like to go from the bottom up, like always, so that when you put your meat on, nice and hot, it's gonna go ahead and melt that cheese. That way you get like kind of like a quesadilla consistency. All right, you know me. Here we go, chile piquin. These are straight up grandma and tia's tacos, my mom's tacos, all in a different way. Okay, so we'll do that, and then of course, you know I love a good crema, just because it kind of tones everything down with a little bit of creaminess that I like in a taco. Lettuce for that freshness. And 1 tomato, man. There we go. Boom. Those are my auntie's tacos with my version, my mom's version, and my grandma's version all put in one. You guys enjoy your Taco Tuesday. I'll catch you soon. Come by. Slorosa Bocadillos. I'm out. My auntie's taco. I wish you could be here to taste these, Auntie. They're bomb. This is the best Taco Tuesday by far. Fucking ridiculous. Have a Taco Tuesday.